Greetings. Welcome back to Ghana Gamers. We're a family of gamers in Ghana who love anime and comics. We'll continue our showcase of Vampire Hunter D through his Veteran Vateshran Hollows run here. Our first video showed you the blue side. Now that's the proper order. This video is showing the red side, and this is the first mini boss that we're dealing with here. It's the Firefly boss, which is very problematic for any characters who are vampiric in nature, because as you know, the higher you go in your status or your stages, you will get increased fire damage. The beauty is, with this build, because I'm getting health back every single time that I kill something, as well as I'm doing a ton of upfront damage and hitting everything with cleave and stacking on them, it's not really a problem, right? So the key thing in this fight here is to make sure you keep down the imps. That is the key thing. You cannot let them get up. If they get up, then that will definitely overrun you. But it works in your favor because killing the imps, as I said, it gives you health. Every time you see him glowing blue, I've got a kill, I'm filling a soul gem, and I'm getting health. So the boss doesn't actually hit very hard. Anybody who's done Veteran Vateshran Hollows will tell you. She's pretty, weak, honestly. The thing is, she overwhelms you with ads. So if you stay on top of them, you'll be fine. And whenever you get up one of those iron atronachs, one of those big lava ones, you bring them right over top of her where she has that little volcano thing at, and you kill it there so that it stuns her. The day drops are not really a problem. They don't do much damage. Just stay out of the way of all the nastiness, stay out of the way of the little piece of slices or the cone attacks, and you'll pretty much be fine. You're living solely off your cleave and letting your bleeds do the work for you, throwing in heavy attacks here and there to give little spikes of burst damage. Now, as you can see, she just put a little volcanic eruption under her, which is going to do a ton of damage to you. As long as you kill this iron atronach on top of it, it goes away. No problem. And she gets stunned. So make sure you keep your charge up on her, and it only lasts for 3 seconds. So try to keep that up on her as much as possible. And then keep your 3 stacks on her at all times, so that she's constantly getting bled out. And so even while you're not hitting, when you see her over in the background, her life is just bleeding out of her. So again, maintain the ads to a low minimum, and this won't be a problem. Now, I've seen many builds come through this and do this faster because they're able to ignore some of the mechs here, but as I said, we're a vampire, and this is the most difficult part of Vateshran Hollows for vampires, is the fire mechanic, which you will see when we fight in our last video, fighting Malborgia, going through the red gate. Now, when she enters the second phase here, she starts throwing out those little firewalls, and they can be quite damaging. This is when I choose, it's up to you, but I choose to start picking up the little buffs at this point because I want every advantage I have into bringing this down or ending this very quickly. We got to bring this to a conclusion. So look, put up another volcanic thing, a little volcanic rune or eruption or whatever, kill the guy right on top of it, and you're fine. Now, I managed to miss that one, but it's okay. It's just one of them. It won't be too bad. Still hurts though. But just make sure if you can't get it right on top of that volcanic eruption so that it puts down. You don't want too many of those things shooting at you. Just extra damage you just don't want. So because I didn't get it down, you see my health is now sitting about 50%, getting a little low. So now I got to go over and get the other bonuses. Make sure I kill this iron atronach right on top of it this time, not to make that same mistake again, and it's gone. So once she gets an execute phase, it's pretty much a wrap. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the health buff right here, just so I can bring this to a conclusion. That's all. It's it's free. You get no penalty for it. You might as well take it. So just cleave her down, and once she gets under 25%, then you just start executing. Call it a day. The rotation is fairly simple, and as I said, I'm not the best player, not really great at rotations. So this is easy for someone like me. And like that, she's gone. Now, the second boss, the main boss of the red side, is a little bit more challenging, simply because he has a lot more fire effects than she does. He actually hits hard as opposed to the little fairy one. She doesn't hit hard. This guy hits like a truck if you allow him. He has that cone attack right here. If you get caught in that, it'll just kill you, especially if you're a vampire. Oh, almost went the wrong way on that one. So you just walk around. Make sure you stay in range of him, because if you go too far, he'll start hitting you with range attacks. And on my back bar, I want to put caltrops down to not only debuff him, but just put another dot on him, because I don't need a stealth in this case. I just need to make sure that this guy dies fast enough. And I honestly don't even bother with the mechanic here of breaking the little orb, the sigil, so I get fire resistance so I can fight in it, because it's so damaging that I can't really fight in it anyway. So I choose to fight him up here. And that's, you know, to everyone's own discretion. Now, again, we're doing red second because we want the buff of health. As you can see here, I didn't show it on screen, but I've actually picked up just a few of the orbs here, the red orbs, to increase my health. That's why you go in the order that you go in. You do blue first so that you unlock the red, so you get the portal so you can get the health. And then you do red so you get the portal so you unlock the green bonuses. These will increase your health and stamina. If you were doing a mad character, for example, you would do the inverse of that. You would do green first, and then you would do blue, because you get the grapple hook from green, which will allow you to unlock the blue buff, and then you do red last to get the health bonus. So as you can see, he's down pretty quick. Neither fight was extremely long, just a few minutes. The whole thing is making sure you follow the mechanics, keep your dots on them, and you respect their fire damage. That's the key here. Their fire damage is severe, especially his, because he has that one charge attack that can one-shot you if you're not careful. Now, I do like this little ads we have here because they keep constantly feeding me health, constantly. The only annoying part is they constantly are knocking you down, and you got to be careful that you don't get caught. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this health right here because I need to kill this guy. And see, as you see, when you get out of range of his little Ferris wheel right there, he starts ranging you with the fireball. So I chose to get the health so that I can kill this guy, so that I'm able to get him down and then focus on the boss again, because I don't want any more of those little skeletons up. They do help out, but you do not want too many of them up and knocking you down while you're in fire, otherwise you'll die. So a few cleaves and they're done. Make sure you try, as you saw right there, make sure you try to put your back against a pillar or something so you didn't get knocked in that little liquid magma pit right there, that hot liquid magma. You don't want any parts of that. And both of them are pretty low, so I'm just gonna try to cleave both of them together and try to bring them all down at the same time. The flame atronach should go down first, and he does. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab this other bonus right here for damage to try to end this. Make sure after every time he does that, he picks up this phase. Now, like I said, you can hit this sigil and it'll protect you from fire. And the only reason why I'm picking it up is because I want to be able to eat a few of those so I can get right back into him again. He's stunned. I should have made the best use of that. That's just me being bad. Get right back on top of him. Keep your 3 stocks on him. Keep your charge on him. And always, as always, avoid. I don't care if you have a sigil or not. If you're a vampire character, avoid standing in that hot stuff. That liquid magma will kill you quick. As long as he doesn't have any ads up, he's not too bad as long as you avoid his heavy attack. Just simple rotation. 1, 2, 3, charge. 1, 2, 3, charge. And, you know, you'll keep weaving a heavy attack here and there so you can make sure, you know, you keep your resources well. And, oh, here comes another one. All right, so I'm not even going to pay attention to this next one. I'm just going to burn this guy down because I just don't want to have to go through another mechanic here. I'm going to grab this shield to reflect any range attacks down. I don't have to worry about either one of their range attacks. I'm just going to go right at this guy. Yeah, we're just going to cluster him up right here just to cleave everything down. Get rid of these ads, so let's knock back and bring this to a close. This should be the last phase I have to worry about and deal with that. As soon as he comes back over here, a few more executes, and this guy is gone. Now, again, you cannot fight this guy in the hot stuff as a vampire. Maybe some people can and have better sustain than I do, but I can't. So I choose to fight him this way. Now, as you see, last couple executes, he's gone, and we appreciate all of your time, and we'll show you the final stage, which is the green stage, as well as the fight against Malborgia, which is the, you know, the little shadow witch that you get the skin from. Ooh, that guy almost killed me right that one. All right, so that's why I keep rallying on my bar. I love it. I couldn't use the shadow heal because that would have hurt me. So again, thank everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you. Till next time from Ghana Gamers.